Question 19 and question 20 both involve some calculations, so I'm going to do spoilers so you can see my calculations. So first of all, I've got some information here, Avogadro's constant, which is the number of particles in 1 mole, and I'm going to work out how many moles of each of these there are. So in number A, 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 are the number of particles in 1 mole. I've got the number of particles here, which seems to be less than this number, 2.10 times 10 to the power of 22 only, not times 10 to the power of 23, so I've got less than a mole. So let's work out the fraction of a mole that I've got. So I'll take the smaller number, 2.1 times 10 to the power of 23, divide by the larger number, and I'll work out the fraction of a mole that I've got. I've got 0.0349 moles in A. 1 gram of oxygen, well, O2 has got 2 O atoms, each with a mass of 16, so it's got an MR of 32. I've got 1 gram of it, so moles is mass divided by MR, 1 divided by 32, I've got 0.03125 moles of gas in B. In C, I've got milligrams of hydrogen. Well, I can do the same thing, milligrams into grams, if I'm going from a small unit like milligrams into a large unit like grams. Then I divide by 1,000, 65 divided by 1,000 is 0.065, so that's the mass in grams. Moles is the mass in grams, 0.065 divided by its MR. Hydrogen, there are 2 H's, each with a mass of 1, so that's an MR of 2, 0.0325 moles. And the last one, it just tells me the number of moles. So all I've now got to work out is which one contains the most molecules. So there's a certain amount of molecules in a mole, so that's the same thing. I'm working out how many moles I've got. They all have the same. 1 mole of anything has 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 molecules. So in other words, I'm just working out which one has the largest number of moles. Which one has the largest number of moles? The answer is A, 0.0349, which is bigger than any of the other values. So that one will have the largest number of molecules. Which compound forms a molecular ion with a different precise molecular mass from the other 3? Well, what you do is, in a mass spectrometer, you take the ion, you take the atom, you take the particle, and you remove an electron from it with something called an electron gun, and then that forms a molecular ion. In other words, it's the molecule that's got a plus charge on it. It's had an electron removed from it. And what you then do is you can measure the mass of that ion. So in other words, it's saying if each of these were made into plus ions, and the mass of each of these ions then, of these molecules, were measured in a mass spectrometer, which would be the largest. So what you've got to do first of all is you've got to work out the MR. So in other words, which one of these has got the largest MR? That's what the question's asking. Make these into plus charged molecules, put them into a mass spectrometer, measure the mass of the molecules, which one has got the highest MR. So if I work out the formula, the molecular formula of each of them, C4H8O, C4H8O, C5H12O and C4H8O, they're all got 4 carbons, 8 hydrogens and 1 oxygen, apart from C, that's got a different relative formula mass, a different molecular formula. So this one would have a different relative molecular mass when you measured the mass of the molecular ion in the mass spectrometer. Your answer is C.